If any of you have ever used a laser trainer like this G-Sight, then you probably know that the backing could use a little love and help from getting permanent deformities. The way I do that is I use electrical tape and I cut it into little strips that are really no wider than the actual trainer itself. So I stack them for striker fired guns that aren't really all that strong. You may need 1 or 2 layers. For the M&P shield, it typically is a little bit stronger, so I use 3 layers. For hammer fired guns, I would use 4 or maybe 5 layers, but this is how I preserve the backplate so that it doesn't get a permanent deformity. No matter if you're using a striker fired gun or a hammer fired gun, this method will work. It just, the only thing you're going to need to change between the two of them is how many layers of electrical tape you'll use. Now, the reason why electrical tape works versus other things is because it's basically rubber, and it's just adding to the rubber of the backplate, so it acts as a buffer. So the backplate doesn't really get deformed. It's the rubber of the electrical tape that does. This is what I've been using for over a year now, and the only thing I've had to worry about is the O-rings and the batteries. And when it sets in here, the reason why it's no wider than the diameter of the trainer itself is so that it doesn't interfere with the slide and barrel lockup. And it's not going to hurt that the extractor is brushing up against it because the extractor is not used. Just be advised that as time goes on, the electrical tape, the sticky portion of the electrical tape, will wear out when it's exposed to like lubricant, time, hair. Like me, got dogs, I got hair everywhere. I'm sure you've seen hair all over the place in my videos, but anyways, this is 3 layers of electrical tape and never fails. I don't need 4. It would still work with 4, and I have no problem doing that, but I just don't need 4 layers. I use how much I need, no more, no less. So that's how to preserve the life of your laser trainer to where you don't have to call customer service and ask for more backplates or whatever because it gets permanently deformed. So, and of course, my recommendation for any laser trainer, I think the smallest is a 380, but a Bic will still work for that. So just have a Bic on hand and use this flat edge for it. So yeah, don't worry about using like a cleaning rod or something like that, or anything pointy that could get down in here and damage the lens. Just use the flat point of a Bic, no big deal. So everybody should have them. They're dirt cheap. So anyways, that's my video on preserving the life of your laser trainer.